Alright guys, welcome to the video. So, Elias Thompson here, back, upper body session from earlier this week. And guys, upper body wise, we're making strides. We're getting stronger, slowly but surely. You know, obviously compared to the rest of my body, the upper body, bench press, things like that. That's my weakest link right now. But making strides ever since I started doing conjugate upper lower. Made so the fastest and the most progress I ever have in my lifting career. So right here we're warming up today. As you guys can see, we got the bands on. We're working up to a banded bench single. That was going to be my max for the day, and I'm maxing right now on the same day as I do dynamic. Just the way it worked out with having to take a couple days off, things like that. So right now we got the best of both worlds going on, and I know it's not like the most optimal thing to do, but it's been working for me, so we're just going to keep up with it. So we got 185 right here, and we're just going for a touch and go single. The thing is, I have no idea what my banded max is going to be, because when I used to max out banded on the bench, I used different bands, had a different setup. Now this is a different band with a different setup, so obviously I've never really figured it out. And today was going to be that day where, I was figuring, because in the past I have hit a top single with it. I figured like 245, something above 245, definitely. But right here you see 225 goes up pretty easy. I guess, yeah, did 2 reps with it, pretty easy. Then we go up here 250, and my highest ever hit for a band, just a single with the bands before, was 245. Not maxing, but that 250 moved well, and so I loaded up 265 here, as you can see. And I figured, like, you know what, I should be able to grind this out, but the bar just eats me here. It just comes right back down and crushes me. The bands just took over. And it's a good amount of tension. Don't really know how much pounds it is, but it's a good amount of tension. The key to, figuring out if you're progressing or not is just keeping your setup the same, using the same bands, hooking them up the same, things like that. So when I come back around, maybe a couple weeks, try this again. 250, I guess, in my PR. We're going to try like 260 or something like that, depending on how well like 245, 250 moves beforehand. But right here, guys, you watch me do some speed work, a 10x3, rotating grips. Right here's a medium grip, close grip, medium grip, comp grip, pretty much. And basically, we got 165 on right now. Restarted at 155 a couple weeks ago. So this is the last workout of the 3-week wave. So we're going to be changing things up next week. Probably going to do more of a tempo speed bench. And I think I'm going to keep the bar weight the same and just focus on linear progression. Despite guys, personally, I'm a pretty explosive person naturally. And really training, the explosiveness isn't, too much. I don't really need to as much as like some other people would. So what I'm going to do is not really worry too much about bar speed and just kind of focus on linear progression, just adding 5 pounds of workout. Even when I'm doing next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing tempo banded bench. So I'm going to have like a slower eccentric and just explode on the way up. I'm probably just going to push that up, do 170 next week, and just going to keep pushing and pushing. Then we'll come back around, and hopefully everything feels easier when I drop the slow eccentrics and things like that. And yeah, just gonna keep pushing linear progression, because I mean, guys, like a lot of people, there's like a big argument going on out there about like banded speed work for raw lifters and things like that. And I think, guys, personally, I like the bands. I think obviously for me they have worked, because I've kept progressing in all my lifts. But another thing is too, when you use it with linear progression, kind of not worry too much about bar speed, not always like just keeping the weight at a weight where you're fast and you're pushing the volume up. It's volume, 10 sets of 3, and you keep pushing that up. Obviously, guys, it's going to lead to some growth. Like my deadlift is where I see the most carryover from the bands, but basically what I do is I just keep trying to add 5 pounds every time I do my speed work. And overall, I mean, that's more volume over time, and you're going to grow, banded or not. But the bands on there, I think, really do help with explosiveness and things like that, whether or not you're staying in that range, so to say, where bar speed is important. But guys, now we moved on after that. Hit 245 right here. It's going for 8. This is like 7.75 reps. That was a long grinder. I think I just tried grinding that for like 5 seconds. It was a long grinder. Almost got 8 next week. Probably going to keep that in and just hit 8, then maybe rotate it out, go back to like 225 paused. Once in a while, like once a week, I like doing a rep out, guys. And just improving on that. And so now we move into more of my accessory work. So we got Larson Press here, 190 pounds. First time around the rotation hit 7. This time we're hitting sets of 9. I think maybe one of these is a set of 8, but I miscounted. That might have been the set of 8 right there, but we pushed that up to a set of 9. Paused, with like a medium grip. And overall, guys, I like these. Further range of motion, closer grip, more tricep, more upper chest with a closer grip. Just a good accessory. Then the next 3 weeks, we're going to rotate over to a close grip pause bench. Same grip, different movement. Going to be able to use a little more weight. But, guys, what I'm going to try doing now is really kind of keep my, we're still going to rotate every 3 weeks when it comes to accessory movements. But I want to keep them very similar. So, therefore, going from a Larson press over to a close grip pause bench. It's not very different. One, you just kind of have your feet on the floor. And a shorter range of motion, obviously going to be able to use more weight, but they should carry over into one another. You get stronger at one, you're going to get stronger at the other. Same goes for you're going to see in a little bit my dumbbell incline bench. I'm probably just going to switch that one out with because right now I'm doing dumbbell incline, and my other day I'm doing regular incline barbell paused. And you want to keep your movement similar, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing the next couple weeks. Those went up good. And, guys, these last 3 weeks, everything, I've been progressing great. Right here, also, too, on top of everything I've been doing, I've been rowing 4 days a week. Right here, we just hit a 4x8 with 245. Penlay rows with a little body English ain't ever bad. I'm not really a firm believer in super strict rows. If I want to do super strict rows, I'll do inverted rows, like my buddy was actually doing in the background there. Or, like, a chest-supported row. Everything with barbell, I use a little body English, try to move pretty much as much weight as possible, and things like that. So that's another thing I've been doing lately, and all that just came to an end. But progress has been really good for the amount of volume I have been doing, which is good to see. Right here, we got the 75s. My camera actually died after that set of rows, so I had to charge it. So these next exercises, we actually did 3 sets of each, but we're only showing 1. This is my last set, the 75s. First week hit the 70s for like a set of 9. Second week hit the 75s for a couple sets of 10. And right here's my last set. Today hit a set of 12, and then a set of 10, and then right here we hit a set of 9. So progress kind of slowing on these a little bit, but I just did a ton of volume beforehand, so I'm a little bit fatigued. And we're gonna switch these out with dumbbell, just regular flat dumbbell press. You kind of just rotate between those two. So guys, like what I'm gonna do is just rotate, basically between the same 2 movements every 3 weeks and see how much linear progress I can make. Then we're moving over to these 45-degree skull crushers with the easy bar. Started with like 12, 13 reps. Now we're up to like 16 or 15. Can't really remember, but I know we started with 12, 3 sets of 12, took it up to 3 sets of 15, 3 sets of 16. So that's progress exactly right there. So I'm going to switch these out with, maybe a JM press even. I think I'm going to go with the JM press these next 3 weeks and just keep progressing. Because every time, what I've realized is instead of just doing cables and things like that, doing a movement like this, a heavier tricep movement, I've always, gotten better pumps, more development, stronger on my bench, stuff like that. And we get towards the end of the workout, guys. This is basically what my upper days look like. We just finished things off with delts. Was doing Lou raises. Probably going to go back to Lou raises at least one day of the week these next 3 weeks. But right now we're doing 2 days of lateral raises. So both my upper workouts consist of lateral raises. Right here I'm doing the 45s for 3 sets of like 12 or 13. I'm pretty sure we started off with like sets of 10. Just a heavy one. This is the day I go heavy on my lateral raises. The other day I go like sets of 20, 25 with a lighter weight. Then we go over to a obviously the rear delt fly, the pec deck rear delt. And I think this workout, for these I kind of randomize it. I just try to get a pump when it comes to my delts. I still focus on progressive overload. Like one day I'll go heavy, like I'll do like 3 sets of 15, and other days I'll do like 4 sets of 20. And like today I think I was doing like sets of 45 with 70, just super high reps. Trying to get the best pump as I can possible, and obviously, guys, like delts help with holding the bar in your low bar squat, overall upper back development, things like that. But also, obviously, the delts are a very aesthetic muscle group to train, and nobody's going to complain. If you got big delts, it's just a bonus. It's not going to make you weaker. It's not going to hinder your recovery. It's gonna make you stronger, and it's gonna look better. So that's basically what I do at the end of the workouts. Just hammer out my delts after I get all my main movements done. But guys, that's basically what my training's been looking like lately. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe for more voiceovers, vlogs, things like that. And the PR train's gonna keep it rolling, boys. So like I said, thanks again for watching. See you guys next time.